if he knew he had a short time and lots of people to meet, inspire, and motivate. David Thompson worked at a frenetic pace. Had his journey not been cut short, he would undoubtedly have inspired more, motivated more, and promoted more to join in the fashioning of a new Barbados, one in which there is one society, one people, one nation, all looking out for the other. It is for these reasons that Barbadians became possessive of David Thompson. In tributes paid to him these past 11 days, he was not referred to as the Prime Minister, not even as our Prime Minister. We all said he was my Prime Minister. Barbadians proudly owned him. David Thompson knew where he wanted David Thompson knew where he wanted to take Barbados. A dream unfulfilled, a vision postponed. All he really wanted was a little more time. But what he did not get in tenor, he got in affection. Thus he became a leader who was first in the hearts of the citizens of Barbados. David Thompson, adulated by the youth, acknowledged by the aged, affirmed by convemarians, acclaimed by Dems, adored by St. John, admired by all. The chief once said he would give Barbados all that he had until the time he died, and he did. Throughout his 7-month encounter with this unremitting tumor, the chief was continuously worried about the effect on the news on his countrymen. He seemed to care less about his own challenge. He never worried about losing the battle. His preoccupation was with fighting the disease. His periods abroad became more and more restless, not as a result of inadequate health care and attention, for thanks to Dr. Richard Ishmael, he got the very best. But because he was away from his family, his friends, and his files, unable to impart knowledge and guidance to his fledgling ministers. His vigil during the long nights of ill health comported with the whole tenor of his life. Although in extreme pain, not a sigh, not a groan escaped him. Indeed, he drew his strength from talking about and promoting Barbados, at a time when it was clear to all that his grip on life was weakening. Here's what Dr. Ira Jacobson, the gastroenterologist at New York Presbyterian Hospital, wrote in a letter to Dr. Ishmael after learning of the passing of Mr. Thompson, and I quote, "Richard, I did not know much about his politics, but it was readily apparent to me that he was a good man, a wonderful husband and father, and a great leader. A great leader who loved his people, and they loved him back. We need more leaders like him on the international stage, and his tragic passing is a loss for the world." End of quote. In the end, with a smile of undisturbed serenity, David Thompson closed his short but well-spent life. Ladies and gentlemen, the divinity which shapes our ends has determined that our late Prime Minister's labors would be no more. And for us, this appears to be a moment of unbearable loss and uncertainty. Yet the chief would not have us despair. As heirs of the great heritage of Barbados, he would want us all to toil towards that bright future he knew we could create for ourselves. In his letter sent to the constituents of St. John, he reminded them that, quote, "I am yours and you are mine." No wonder that on this day, all of us are holding on to a piece of him. When we repair to the yard of the St. John's Parish Church, we will inter his body. With his burial, a bit of every Barbadian will be committed to that cemetery. He will take 270,000 bits of us with him. Not 50,000 bits of us, not just 100,000 pieces, even more than 200,000. 270,000 pieces of us will be buried with David John Howard later today. But his soul, his vision, and the admiration we all feel for him will not be interred. These will live on and flourish among us all. The greatest tribute that every one of us can pay to his memory is to pursue and realize that vision of a better Barbados for all. Therefore, be comforted, my fellow citizen friends, for to know sorrow is to acknowledge love. To seek the face of God is to recognize our limitations. To carry on with hearts full of memories is to be wholly human. To heal day by day as we must is to build a bridge of love that will reach far beyond time into forever. May our dear late Prime Minister find all the comfort we collectively wish for him, and may his soul enjoy the peace he deserves beyond the river. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.